Chess looks simple at first, a square board, two armies, and one clear goal. But beneath that simplicity is one of the deepest games ever created. Two players sit across a board of 64 squares, arranged in an 8x8 grid. One side plays white, the other plays black, and each begins with 16 pieces. The pieces do not all behave the same way, which is what turns the board into a world of possibilities. Every move changes the balance of threats, defenses, space, and time. A beginner may see pieces moving from square to square, but experienced players see plans forming, weaknesses appearing, and future attacks being prepared many moves in advance. The objective of chess is not to capture the most pieces, occupy the most squares, or reach the other side first. The true target is the enemy king. A king is in check when it is under immediate threat of capture. If the threatened player has no legal way to escape that threat, the position is checkmate, and the game ends. This makes chess unusual. The most important piece is also one of the weakest in movement. The king can only move one square at a time, yet the entire game revolves around its safety. Every attack, sacrifice, defense, and quiet move ultimately matters because it affects whether a king can survive. Each type of chess piece has its own movement pattern, and learning these patterns is the first step toward understanding the game. The queen is the most powerful piece, moving any number of squares in straight lines or diagonals. Rooks move horizontally and vertically, making them especially strong on open files and ranks. Bishops move diagonally, often controlling long lines across the board. Knights move in an L shape and can jump over other pieces, giving them a unique ability to create surprising threats. Pawns move forward, capture diagonally, and may seem humble, but they shape the entire battlefield. These different movements create a rich tactical language. Capturing is one of the most visible parts of chess, but it is not the whole story. A player captures an enemy piece by moving onto the square that piece occupies, removing it from the board. Yet strong players do not capture just because they can. Every capture has consequences. Taking a pawn might open a file for an opponent's rook. Capturing a knight might pull a defender away from the king. Even refusing to capture can be powerful if it maintains pressure. Chess rewards players who ask not only, "What can I take?" but also, "What happens after I take it?" Not every chess game ends with a winner. Draws are an important part of the game's identity, especially at higher levels. A game can end in a draw when neither side has enough material to force checkmate, when the same position repeats, or when a player has no legal moves but is not in check, which is called stalemate. Draws can also happen by agreement in some competitive settings, or through rules designed to prevent endless play. This means chess is not simply a fight until one side collapses. Sometimes the correct defensive achievement is survival, and sometimes the struggle ends in perfect balance. The story of chess stretches back more than 1,000 years. Its recorded history is usually traced to Chaturanga, a game that appeared in 7th century India. Chaturanga was not identical to modern chess, but it introduced many ideas that would later evolve into the game we know today: opposing forces, different types of pieces, and a strategic battle on a grid. From India, the game spread to Persia, where it became deeply embedded in courtly and intellectual culture. Even the word checkmate has historical roots connected to the Persian phrase meaning the king is helpless or defeated. After Persia, chess traveled through the Arab world and eventually reached Europe. As it moved, it changed. Different cultures adapted the pieces' names and rules to fit their own societies. Chess is related to other major strategy games, including Shangqi in China, Shogi in Japan, and Jangi in Korea, all of which share ancestral connections with early chess-like games. This global family of games shows how powerful the central idea was, a symbolic battle where victory depends not on luck, but on planning and foresight. Chess became a portable model of conflict, order, and calculation. Modern chess took shape in Europe near the end of the 15th century. Some of the most important changes involved the queen and bishop, which became much more powerful than in earlier versions. These changes made the game faster, sharper, and more dynamic. Attacks could develop quickly, and players had to respect threats from long distances. Over the following centuries, the rules became increasingly standardized, and by the end of the 19th century, modern chess had gained broad international acceptance. This standardization mattered because it allowed players from different countries to compete under the same rules and build a shared body of knowledge. Organized chess emerged strongly in the 19th century as clubs, tournaments, and formal competition became more common. The idea of a world chess champion also took shape during this period. Wilhelm Steinitz is widely recognized as the first official world chess champion, claiming the title in 1886. Steinitz did more than win games, he helped transform chess thinking. He emphasized principles such as defense, accumulation of small advantages, and positional understanding. Chess was no longer only about brilliant attacks. It became a disciplined contest of strategy, where patience and structure could defeat reckless aggression. Today, international chess competition is governed by FIDE, the International Chess Federation, known in French as Fédération Internationale des Échecs. FIDE oversees titles, ratings, world championship cycles, and major regulations for official play. Ratings allow players across the world to be compared through performance, while titles such as Grandmaster recognize extraordinary strength. The World Championship remains the most prestigious title in classical chess. As of 2024, Guksh Damaraju became the world chess champion, marking a major moment in the game's continuing global evolution. Chess is no longer centered in one region, it is a worldwide competitive culture. Over time, a huge body of chess theory has developed. Theory includes opening systems, strategic principles, typical middle game plans, and endgame techniques. Openings are studied not just to memorize moves, but to understand what kinds of positions arise from them. Endgames teach the pure logic of pieces working with limited material. Chess composition adds another dimension, treating chess as an art form through carefully constructed puzzles and studies. These positions may never occur in a real game, but they reveal hidden beauty in the rules. In this way, chess belongs both to competition and to creativity. Chess has also influenced and been influenced by mathematics, psychology, computer science, and the arts. For psychologists, it offers a window into memory, decision-making, pattern recognition, and pressure. For mathematicians and computer scientists, it became a perfect challenge, a game with clear rules, no hidden information, and an enormous number of possible positions. Early computer scientists dreamed of building machines that could play chess well. The game became a benchmark for artificial intelligence because it required calculation, evaluation, and long-term planning. To make a computer play chess was to ask whether machines could imitate a form of human reasoning. In 1997, that dream reached a historic milestone when IBM's Deep Blue defeated Garry Kasparov, the reigning world chess champion, in a match. It was the first time a computer won a match against a current world champion under standard conditions, and it changed how people thought about both chess and artificial intelligence. Modern chess engines are now far stronger than even the best human players. They analyze positions with incredible precision and have reshaped opening preparation, training, and theory. Yet chess is still not solved. The complete truth of the game remains beyond reach, which is why every move still feels alive. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more explainers.